just happy that you're here.
And it's such a beautiful location right here on Weiracova Park.
We love living here. We have lived in this house for almost 20 years, and I have never gotten tired of being at the park. I wish I was a little bit more motivated to walk the park every day, but we do. We love living here. It's just been great. It's been great. So,
and it's nice, this older home with this kind of floor plan. Right, you just walk right in through the front door.
Yeah.
And there's no entrance hall. You're right here in this gorgeous living room that you've just decorated. It's so cozy, and especially for Christmas with all of your pillows and candles and the fire going. So, like, tell me about your tree. It looks like you've got a lot of things that Dorothy has made or you've collected.
It's kind of a little bit of everything. So, Reynolds and I, when we first got married 32 years ago, we started buying an ornament from all of our trips.
Okay.
So there's some ornaments from trips. There are ornaments from.
Like, show me which one, like from a trip.
Like right here. This is that's San Francisco, 2002. This one is Jamaica. This one is Alaska. This is from New York. So there's a Highlands one over there. I saw that earlier. So it's so much fun to unpack them. And then there's some from our childhood. So like this beauty right here, this styrofoam beauty with the beads on it, with the peas on it, that is from Reynolds' childhood.
Cute.
So we still have some of that, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, and that's what I love about your tree, because it's not a designer tree where it's like you have all the matching balls or different. Yes, it's
absolutely it's a whole hodgepodge of stuff, but they're fun. Like this is my aunt Stephanie used to give these to us, and this is from 1975. I mean, how funny is that? So it's just so fun.
Okay, in your living room, I'm fascinated by how you are able to display all this stuff that you've collected over the years in such an artful, curated way that's just so pretty. Like, for example, starting with this coffee table. So, do you clear off everything and then you add Christmas?
Well, I mean, I've kept all the books in here, but I do sort of clear off the trays and things like that and swap it all out.
Like
and I love the plaid tray, and so I do a little bit of changing, and I do take all the pillows off everything and take them downstairs and swap all of that out.
Okay.
A long time ago, I started collecting nutcrackers, and I used to keep them all together, but now I kind of separate them in different rooms so I can enjoy them in different spaces.
All right, like this, and then this. You've just added plants that that are seasonal, add some Christmas touch, and then I love how you've got wreaths in the window, and you've just put it on a piece of ribbon on your pole rod.
Yeah, that was pretty easy to do, and I just thought it would.
Like that.
Yeah, I wanted the wreaths inside instead of outside. I typically have them outside, but for whatever reason, I decided to put them inside this year. So it's something different. It's always fun to me to do something different from year to year. And then
the fabric on your drapes, it allows you to add, because it's got some greens.
It's got a lot of colors in it. And that is a Schumacher linen print, and they still make this fabric, but it's got so many great colors, and the blues and the greens in here, to me, it allows you to have so much other color in the room. I've loved these draperies.
And then the wall color, that's the important key in your whole decorating scheme. And tell me the name of the color again.
Well, this is a Sherwin-Williams color. It's called Vanillin, and it's just a neutral, sort of a buttery yellow. We had a fire a couple of years ago, and we had to move everything out and repaint, and I just sort of took the color to a little bit more of a neutral and decided to do all the rooms the same color, except for the bedrooms and things like that, just to make it all sort of flow. So I think all the art looks pretty on it.
It really does.
And so it's a nice color.
So when I was here a long time ago for a church party, you had the portrait of Dorothy over the fireplace, and so now you're not afraid to put a TV over. So how did that come about?
Well, it came about over a Georgia football game at Thanksgiving, and so we decided to put the TV in here temporarily for the football game, because you can be in this room and in this room and watch two different games at the same time.
Okay, because the other room has a TV
it
also.
does.
Okay.
So we had one game in there and one game in here.
And then you've got enough
and we
space.
just left it.
Well, then enough space above it for a painting. So,
we do.
Yeah, to kind of soften the whole. And then your fireplace.
Yeah, and it is nice. I mean, we do sit in here in the wintertime. We'll sit in here and watch TV because this is, we have a fireplace in our bedroom, but it is real wood. And so we can't really burn that anymore. And so this is really our only fireplace. So a lot of times we will sit in here in the wintertime and watch a movie or watch football or whatever. So I've just decided that you just have to live in your house, and so having the TV over the living room just sort of stuck.
Exactly, and then I love your bookcases, and what I'm loving is this pink coral.
Coral. That my
pops.
dad gave that to me. A friend of his actually found that in the ocean and gave it to him. So I love everything ocean. I love shells, and you'll see shells in other rooms. So I do, and I love coral. I think it's beautiful. So that's a treat.
So being an interior decorator, so you've got the gift of decorating people's homes, older homes, newer homes, picking out fabric, picking out furniture. But what you are also known for is furniture placement.
Right.
You're very good at furniture placement, finding the right furniture size and pieces for a particular room.
Yeah.
So like this room, it's a large room with, obviously the fireplace is a center focal point. But walk me through like how do you lay out a room like this?
Well, when you first walked in, you said, you don't have an entrance hall, and that's true. And so, this room, you have to divide this room up as if you have an entrance hall. So this is the entrance hall. So essentially your room starts over here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so everything basically in this room is centered on the fireplace. So
your sofa.
That's exactly right. So the sofa's here, and then we have just some occasional seating over here, and then a love seat, and then this chair over here. The bench can be here. Sometimes it's from the fireplace. It just sort of moves in different places. But anyway, that's the general. That's just how this room was best to lay it out.
Well, and I like this. I like also too how you have one sofa, but a lot of comfy, casual chairs. Not a whole lot of big, bulky sofas and stuff.
Well, the room is not really big, so the furniture, the scale of the furniture needs to match the scale of the room.
Okay.
And I really wanted everything in the house for anybody to be able to be comfortable, put your feet up, and so there's really not anything that's off limits in here.
And I love this chair here, especially that matches the it kind of pulls in the one thing that pulls in the exact fabric of the curtains.
Right, and you really get to see it on that chair.
True.
And you can't see it so much on the draperies, and that was a chair that I inherited from my grandmother, so it was fun recovering that.
Okay, so you had a supper club here last night.
Yes,
right.
I've got another dinner again tonight. So I've just washed it all and put it all back on the table again. So I had my mom's 81st birthday party here last night with her little supper club. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, and how fun that her birthday is around Christmas, so you can have all your Christmas stuff out for her birthday and do all that.
And I've done it every year since I've been back in Columbus, so it's been a lot of fun. She's had this group for over 30 years, so
wow,
it is a sweet time for sure.
And I love your spode.
Absolutely.
Christmas
when I got married 32 years ago, that's what I registered for was Christmas china, which I thought was so funny at the time, but I really have enjoyed it a lot.
And I love your red runner Down the front's got little trees on it. And then tell me again, who did your arrangement?
David Benefield did
So
that.
talented.
He is, and I had the sleigh, and a lot of times it's filled with all of these ornaments. And so I took the sleigh over there to him, and he put the arrangement in it. So, I think it looks great. So.
And then this beautiful chandelier you told me came out of your family's home in New Orleans.
Right. My mother's from New Orleans, and they lived on St. Charles Avenue, and this is one of two of those chandeliers. And so when I inherited it, it was in 10,000 pieces in a box.
Okay.
And so it had to go to somebody in Atlanta to be completely rewired. And we didn't realize until we started rewiring this one that there was a smaller chandelier that was taken down at the same time that was in the same box. So we ended up building two chandeliers at the same time. My brother has the other one at his house. But it was in our old house, and we literally walked it down the street. It was too complicated to put it in the vehicle. Yeah, too hard to move. But anyway, it's not a lot of fun to clean. But I do love it.
In older homes, we have to make use of every little space in every rooms, and rooms have to be multifunctional, and we don't have
we have no built-in bars. We have to make our own built-in bar.
And what you've done a fabulous job. You have an old antique.
This is just an old trolley, and normally my husband keeps buying bourbon, so we have a lot of bourbon, but normally I have bourbon up here and bourbon down here, but he had to sacrifice and pack some of it up for Christmas.
The Nutcrackers. For
the Nutcrackers, so we have that here, and really all of these balls they were originally inside of that. Okay. And so, but this is really great to have because you can put a silver tray on it and actually really use it for a dinner party. So it's worked out great.
Because I've also seen these used for like dessert, layering different kind of desserts.
That's a great idea. I have not used it for that.
Okay, and then these are to die for.
These are Schumacher silk, and
so beautiful.
Anyway, they're just a nice soft drapery.
And it blends so nicely into your wall color. And then I love how you layer these shades with your drapes.
We had to. So when we bought this house 20-something years ago, I got a phone call that somebody could see me inside of my kitchen cooking. So I very quickly covered all of these because I just felt like everybody could see everything we were doing.
Right.
And the woven blinds are great because they add some warmth in the room. They kill the sunlight.
Yes.
But you still have privacy, and the sunlight can come through them. I mean, they're a great solution to windows for sure.
In your breakfast room, which is right off the dining room, it's just so cozy in here. You've got a couple, windows, let some light in, and these beautiful drapes that you said came from a project.
They came from a project that we were taking them down on a project and nobody wanted them, and I love the colors. I researched to try to figure out who made it, and I've never been able to figure it out. But anyway, I love the colors. They're perfect in here.
And just a small round dining room table that you've got, because then you've got these two lucite bar stools here if you've got overflow.
That's right.
But then what I love about your kitchen is it's pretty much original to the 1938?
Yeah, 1934 was when this house was built, and nothing has really been done to the kitchen. I do feel like somebody probably put a new countertop because that's Corian from the 80s. But we haven't done anything in here. All the cabinets are original. Even my stove is, still from the 80s. I'm going to knock on wood because we want her to last a little while longer. But these corner cabinets were, they're all original.
All these
great places for all these cookbooks. Reynolds' grandmother wrote 2 cookbooks, so when she died, we went and got all of these fabulous old Junior Lee cookbooks. So that's kind of what most of all of this is. But and anyway, all of this is original.
And then you just added some little Christmas
I took some Staffordshire stuff and some blue and white and replace it with the Christmas.
And then this, I love Mr. Elf up here just hiding.
Yeah, he's just hiding up here. He doesn't move anymore.
He does not move. No more Elf on the shelf.
No more Elf on the shelf. So he just stays right there.
So what to me is so attractive about this kitchen are these, you said they're all original cabinets.
They are.
And they go all the way up to the ceiling, and then they're glass front, so you can see all your beautiful collections.
And you can also see the mess.
I know, you've got them.
So you can also see the mess. So this is a great example of the mess I'm going to show you. So this is a total hodgepodge of stuff, but to be honest with you, this is all of the stuff that I use on my cheese boards, and I have to get it down all the time, and I got tired of going to the basement, going downstairs to the basement to get it. So here it all sits. So anyway.
So like what do you, like for example, like what do you use this for on a cheese board?
Like that might be for cheese straws on it. Things that have liquid to it, like olives and pickles, I like to put those in glass so they don't go everywhere.
Good tip.
So that's kind of what's in here. But anyway, it really is not very organized, but
what I'm dying over, I love those silver goblets up there. Those are beautiful. And see, if you had, you know, wood cabinets that didn't have the glass, you mean you don't see all these beautiful collections. And I use all of that, so it's nice that I can get to it. Okay, and we can't be in the kitchen without mentioning your husband Reynolds, because he is a fabulous cook. And his specialty is barbecue. So he's in this kitchen making his sauces for all his barbecue.
He is. He makes a big mess. And when you have white cabinets and red barbecue sauce, sometimes we get a little upset with each other about it. But you know, he's working at Moe's Barbecue now on the weekends, so he really doesn't have a lot of time to cook barbecue anymore. So I'm kind of thankful for that. But anyway, he does love cooking.
And tell me about this island. You told me this slab of marble came from New York.
It did. So the base I bought at Scott's with my mom, and it had a wooden top to it. And this piece of marble was in a corner at the old Collins and Uff warehouse. It's probably from the 70s, and Bill and Jack had bought this in New York, and I don't know what they thought they were going to use it for, but anyway, so I asked them if I could have it, and all I did was just clean it up really good, and we just epoxied it to the top. But it is, I've really loved it.
Well, and with being a all white kitchen, all white, you can add fun little pops of
this is a cool color
to me.
Is. And a lot of times we'll use this as, desserts might be here, or I might have wine here. So it is great, and you can move it. So,
and is there a story with these beautiful lanterns?
So those lanterns, while they're not real great looking, those lanterns, and then there's another light on the back porch, all came from demolitioned houses that were destroyed during Katrina. And so I don't know, I just felt really compelled to buy them and hang them, and they just tell a story.
And I love how you just added the little nativity scene on that shelf. It's just the perfect spot for that. And then a little wreath in the window. And then your angel over here is made of, like
a driftwood. Yeah, a friend of mine from Memphis gave this to us, and she stays out all year long. But anyway, she's beautiful, isn't she?
She really is. And then your little display of fruit, just kind of in Christmassy colors, and that's all.
That's it. You don't really need a lot in here. It's not a big space.
Yeah.
So
very pretty.
Yeah.
Bedroom is so pretty with this like light pink color, and you said you chose this because you kind of wanted.
Yeah, I just redid this room not too terribly long ago, and I told Reynolds I was decorating my own room because one day when we're real old and we can't sleep in the same room anymore, I wanted to go ahead and have my room situated. So I love pink, and I've always wanted a pink room, and this was a way for me to do that. And I already had all of this art. And so I was able to sort of work all of that into the whole thing. That was easy. I started with the art. So,
and then like this piece is just like popping off this light pink wall. And this is, you said,
Catherine Benji, who is a Columbus girl, she lives in Alabama now. Her married name is Catherine Gage, and she did that. Originally, I had it upstairs in Dorothy's playroom, and I brought it down here. But she's so talented. It's a lot of fun colors.
But see, look, I mean, the way you mix things, so these like traditional Chinese chinoiserie kind of lamps, and then you've got added some Christmas plate, and then
see here all my shells
that you love.
Yeah, my friend Allison Plager, this was her mother, Emma Jo, this was hers. And when she died, Allison was so sweet, and she knew how much I loved shells, and she gave that to me, and I really treasure that.
And then what I love too, like this light pink wall, then that allows all this beautiful old mahogany furniture to really pop against it.
I think so too.
And then your beautiful linen draperies with just a little pom-pom fringe. And then once again, you've got your little other layered window treatments, and then these cute little elephant lamps.
Yeah, those elephant lamps have a really funny story, because I bought one lamp, and about 15 years later, I found the mate to it.
No.
Yes. And so I think that's kind of funny. The bases are just a little bit different from each other, and they were I bought them in 2 different states. So how crazy is that?
Is. And then teal Duncan here, and then on the other side.
Yep, there's another teal over there.
And then your Lar part fabric on the bed.
And another little nutcracker in here.
A little nutcracker.
But that's just a needlepoint pillow.
And then this painting above the bed is just.
I bought that at a gallery in Atlanta, and what's so cool about it is you can hang it either way. Oh, okay. So if you see, the artist's name is here, and look at it up here.
Oh, okay.
So it is meant to be hung in either direction, which I thought was very cool.
That's a very smart idea for an artist of being able to do that. So in your master bedroom, what I'm noticing first is this beautiful fabric that you've got as your curtains, as your headboard, as this pillow. There's a little pillow over there on the chair. So tell me about this.
I love that fabric, and they don't make it anymore. It is an old Brunswick and V chintz. And when our bedroom was upstairs, I had to have them kind of remade and made a little bit longer so they would fit down here. But I've never grown tired of that fabric. I bet I've had it for 20-something years.
It's such a great color palette.
It's a beautiful color, and the art, I was able to have some kind of cool art to put in here that pulls out those colors.
Yeah, because this one you said was Reynolds' aunt.
That's Reynolds' aunt. Her name was Sally Walker, and she was an artist in Texas. And I love that abstract. It's just, the colors are just unbelievable. But I thought it worked great in here.
And your cat Mac loves.
He's about the same color as the room, I think.
He loves being back here on the bed.
I think he's hiding from everybody.
But he's behind these beautiful shams that have got your monogram on here. And then Dorothy over here, that's the one that was over your fireplace.
Right, that was over the fireplace. And so she's in here, and I can enjoy her every day. And she was a little bit too big to put over the fireplace.
So therefore you have a TV now.
Well, I have the TV now because Reynolds works at Moe's, and he's there a lot of Friday and Saturday nights, and I wanted to be able to watch TV in bed.
There you go.
So I finally was able to have a TV in my bedroom. So that's kind of been nice. You've got this completely new remodeled bathroom because you said before the master bathroom used to be in the hallway. That's right, and it still is. We just have that one bathroom in the hallway. So we ended up taking space that was already here and building this room. And we took the laundry room that was over there by the kitchen and moved it over here because, of course, this is where all the laundry room is. I mean, especially now that Dorothy's gone, this is where all the laundry is. Exactly. So this is great. I mean, I really tried to build this thinking that, if I ever needed a handicapped bathroom, it would kind of already be there. I mean, I hate to say that, but if you're building, you need to just go ahead and do that. But it's really pretty simple. I think I've got storage in here for laundry stuff, the washing machine, dryer, and these just sort of have toiletries and things like that, sheets. And then I've got my dressing table in here, which is nice. And then we just put a one sink vanity because I didn't want to. I didn't want the real estate to be spent on a sink.
Oh, that's smart. Yes.
And so, and then when you come over here, we have Dutch Roberts built this for me, and it's the same color as the rest of the trim, but it just holds all of the towels and things like that. And
then is that a teal Duncan?
No, this is an artist from Alabama. Her name is Jo Patterson.
Very pretty.
From Fairhope, Alabama.
Okay, and then I'm dying to ask you about this wallpaper. This is my favorite.
It kind of reminds you of this. It's sort of a throwback to the 70s, but it is a bamboo wallpaper. It's made by Tebow. And it just was a way to have a little bit of something in here. My walls in this house are all plaster, and it's really difficult to hang wallpaper in any room in this house. And so, because this was new sheetrock, I was finally able to have some wallpaper.
Oh, that's
I was excited about that.
No, that is true. And then this huge big area right here that you got. So you've got it all decorated with your pretty silver and an orchid, a picture of Dorothy, some lamps. But then if you clear it all off, I guess a folding to fold out your laundry.
And it usually stays like this all the time, but I still have enough room to fold because, of course, with just two of us, there's not a lot of laundry. But that's another Gary Pound that I really treasure that because it's a pencil. And anyway, so this has worked out great for us because really this door right here goes straight outside to our pool. So you can, you can be swimming and you can come in here and throw your wet bath and sit down and jump in the shower and,
and
put on your nightgown.
You're good to go. Yeah.
You're good to go.